How you doing, VC? Scott here, and I'm back with another vinyl update. No CDs to show you this week, just ordered a few this weekend, so they should be coming soon. Not really had a chance to get out digging for ages, so I'm kind of having to do a bit of online stuff just now. But hopefully next weekend, in fact maybe not next weekend, but maybe the weekend after, I'll get out and get digging again. So I'm going to show you a few albums and let's get to it. So the first one is anyone bored of hearing about Judas Priest Firepower yet? No? Me neither. So I'm going to show you that. I picked up the CD on the release day, gave it a 9.5 out of 10. I thought it was great, and I thought it was so good I had to go and pick up the vinyl. I picked up the CD first because I actually ordered it a bit late. I think it was the day before it came out. I pre-ordered it. So, and it was my intention to get the vinyl, but I thought if the vinyl was limited to a certain number, I'll probably have a better chance of receiving the CD on the release date. So I went for the CD instead. But obviously I was really impressed with the CD, so went straight out and bought the vinyl. So here we go. Judas Priest, Firepower on double LP gatefold. Inside you can see this, you've probably seen this a million times anyway, so I'm not going to go over it too much, but I love seeing it on the vinyl. The cover's just insane, just love it. And I need to clear something up as well. When I made my comments about Firepower, I'd listened to it once and kind of mentioned it before opening some VCLT, and gave it 9.5, fair enough. And I picked out one song though I wasn't too sure about, and that was the song 10 on the album Spectre. Now I got that wrong, it wasn't song 10 Spectre, it was song 9 Flamethrower. But since then I've taken it to work, I've put it in the work truck, and I'm probably in double figures now listening to the album. And I'll tell you this right now, there's not one song on that album I don't like, and I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. And I do not give 10 out of 10s easily, I really don't. I find it hard to give a perfect album, but this is a perfect album for me. I went back and listened to Spectre because somebody mentioned, I can't remember who it was now, somebody mentioned it was their favourite song, and I was like, favourite song? So I went back and listened to it, and I was like, well, that's not the song I was meaning. So I listened to the full album again, and I thought, yeah, it was maybe Flamethrower. But then I thought, no, that's really catchy actually. It's a really good song. And then I thought, every song's good. Every song just really, really does go for it. So this is a 10 out of 10. And inside you do have the lyric sheets, and I was lucky enough to pick it up on this limited red vinyl. So I'm pretty pleased about that. I actually went back onto the Judas Priest website because that's where I was going to buy the vinyl in the first place, because they had this limited edition kind of brown and orange marble disc, but that was sold out. So, but I did manage to track down a limited red copy. So that is Firepower, 10 out of 10. That's it. Next up, I picked up a wee beat up copy of the soundtrack to The Warriors from 1979. One of the films I just love, and if you watch it now, it's so crap, but it's so good. I mean, the fight scenes in it are terrible. I mean, compared to now, it's ridiculous. But it's just one of those films I can keep going back to. It's just a classic. And the best thing about the film is the music. As you can see, there's a track list in there. And the best song on the soundtrack is definitely In the City by Joe Walsh, which is the scene at the end when they're back on the beach and they're all walking down the beach with when the credits start to roll. It's just a phenomenal song. I love the song Nowhere to Run as well. I can't remember who sings that, but it's a really good song as well. So yeah, apart from the condition of the cover, I'm happy with that Warrior soundtrack. Next up was a buy really because of condition and price. Great condition and low price, and it's Van Halen's third album, Women and Children First. Now I had heard a couple of songs off this album, but I hadn't heard it all the way through, and it is a decent album actually. It doesn't blow me out the water. Not much of Van Halen really does, but I thought it'd be good to add to the collection, so that is that one. I think that's from 1980. Next up is a band I talk about quite a lot, but after this I probably won't be talking about them for a while because I've nearly got all their stuff, and the stuff I don't have is really rare. So the album is Dancing Undercover from 1986, and it's from Rat. Now I did have this on CD, and this has been on in the online store I use. This has been sitting there for months and months and months, and it's been sitting there for £5, and it's in VG Plus condition, and I didn't have it on vinyl, and I thought I'll pick it up another day, and I'll pick it up, and then I'll pick it up, and I finally just thought, just pick it up, because you'll go back to buy it and then somebody else will have bought it, so it's now in the collection, and I really enjoy this album. As you can see, there's the photos of the band, and there's a photo there. So that's Rat. Next up is a band I'm still trying to get into. I've got one of their albums, and I've listened to their new album, and I really enjoy it, so I think I'll pick that up as well. And it's Saxon, and this is their live album from 1981, The Eagle Has Landed. I really do love a live album. If it's done properly, if it sounds good, then you can't beat it. Not listened to this yet, but I'm looking forward to it, and I think when you listen to a live album it really gives a sense of what the band are like. Obviously that's their bread and butter, playing live. That's where the actual job comes in really, so yeah, looking forward to giving this a spin. It comes in the standard paper sleeve. So yeah, Saxon live, The Eagle Has Landed. And the last two are different bands but sound musically alike, and the first one I'm going to show is a band called Prophet, and this is their 1988 release called Cycle of the Moon. Really good album. It's one of those kind of like middle of the road albums. It's not really bad and it's not amazing, but it's still worth having in the collection. I'd never heard of Prophet before, and I was looking through the online store I use, and liked the name, liked the cover, so I checked them out on YouTube and really enjoyed it. So I just picked this up. It's kind of hard rock, AOR, very melodic stuff, keyboard heavy, but yeah, really good. And the one thing I read up on the band a wee bit, and on bass you have a guy called Scott Metaxas, who played for Nuclear Assault in the mid-90s, so a bit of a jump from Prophet to Nuclear Assault, but whatever floats your boat. So yeah, that was pretty good pickup. Inside you just have band photo and credits. So that is Prophet, Cycle of the Moon. And the last one I picked up is from, I think it's 1985 or 1986, can't quite remember. It's one of the two, and it's Fastway, Waiting for the Roar. I think this is their third release. I do have All Fired Up. I'm sure it's Fastway, All Fired Up, Waiting for the Roar. And this does take a kind of different direction from the first two. I think the first two are a bit heavier, a bit more raw. This is very kind of AOR, keyboardy, a bit more commercial, I would say, but really good. A bit like Prophet, just kind of catchy, more commercial, radio-friendly songs, but nothing wrong with that. And again, doesn't blow me out the water, but still definitely worth having in the collection. So that's Fastway and Waiting for the Roar. So that's it. That's my update for this week. I might be in a little bit of pain next week when I do my update because I'm going in for my pacemaker on Thursday. So I'll be in hospital Thursday night over to Friday, back Friday. Hopefully I'll have albums waiting for me on Friday, and I'll try and get an update done. So wish me luck, tell me what you think of my pickups, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers guys.